So what has been the reception so far from the medical field to the DNA accompanying your tests?
So I understand both of those perspectives, and they're both right for the kind of wrong reasons, and I'll explain both. And what our experience has been entertaining, I would say, meaning that, we'll go to a conference and so as an example, right near us, there's a university where that evidence-based model that we talk about, it was actually created there at McMaster University. So they actually created how we now practice, like, what does the FDA approve? That was done here, right? So we went to a conference there where there was 400 chronic pain specialists, right? Different, but MDs of different sorts that dealt with chronic pain. And we went in there and they said, okay, now we're going to look at genetics. The first 10 minutes was just like, literally trying to boo us off stage. By the time we were done, they do this thing where they poll all the attendees to find out what content they like so they know what to bring into next year's conference. We were ranked the best talk they've ever had in the history of their conference.
Wow.
Right? Because for the first time, they understood why pain happens. Not how do you mask it, how do you go peel that onion 3, 4, 5 layers more and deal with that root cause. They started to say, oh, it's that easy. I can just test for this and this, and now understand that 5 people that have the exact same traumatic accident are going to have 5 different outcomes. And now we can figure out why. Right? So, and I've had that experience in the sort of allopathic conventional medical world, which it starts off like, oh, show me the study, show me the this. But when we get into the biochemistry that they recognize and say, here's the piece you didn't know, then they're like, how do I do this? I need this in practice, right?
Yeah.
It's slightly different in functional medicine where they're out there, like you said, looking for it. They want it, they need it, but they're disappointed by what they've had to date. Meaning the general SNP test, the genetic test I was talking about, they're taking a thing that gave us this promise of, I'm going to decode your genetics and teach you everything about yourself and keep you healthy. But the tool doesn't actually do that. It scans your genes and only kind of looks at probability for genetic conditions. It doesn't tell you why you would be born healthy and eventually get type 2 diabetes and why that's different for different people, right? So that now, as we go again to places to speak to functional medicine integrative doctors, their minds are being blown and they're immediately saying they're, like you said, building programs on the foundation of the genomic findings they now have, right? So that's what we found.